Ladies and gentlemen, to the UMG California Recap Show. Currently looking at Group C, and this was a group which was just
This is the craziest group of all.
So strange.
Them all.
So strange. We'll take a look at the group. Justice, Elevate, TK, 3's up, and
that graphic
Dream
is
Team.
correct.
Yes, Justice, the team stone dead last in the Pro League, was able to 4-0.
Octane is God.
Octane is
I was joking around with them, pre their first match. I was like, yeah, I'd be shocked if you guys win one game the whole weekend. Study kept like, yo, we won 5x. He give me like a high five. I'm like, we won 4. I'm like, that is 4 more than anyone expected you guys to win.
Pop for big snakes.
Nope. Dream Team, they go 0-4. Yeah. They win a grand total of 0 maps in group play. 3's up. They had a tough time going 1-3, 6-9 in map count. TK go 2-2, but win more maps than Elevate, which is interesting.
That's the second time they failed to come out of groups.
Yeah.
In 2 successive events.
You can see a pattern forming here.
Yes. I was surprised Elevate didn't win that group. Obviously, they were playing with a fill-in for that one.
Yes.
But Justice, really the big story from this group.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very strong performance from all of those. We'll take a look at the Elevate TK game, because this was really a big game. It's kind of the battle for second place. Game 1, Detroit Hardpoint. Elevate basically win by 100 points, 250 to 152. Then you go over to a Solar Search and Destroy. TK picked that up 6-4. A Biolab CTF 4-3. Then
these games are epic. These
to the epic
next
games.
Two.
Game 4, come back up, Link. TK on the brink of losing to Elevate in group play. Let's take a look at the second half of this game.
It would have gone in.
I think it would have.
But when the round ends, drone disappears. There are no buzzer beater shots going on. Who do you want to start off with on this half?
I'm sorry. I had to sneeze multiple times. I'm back. But you know what? Let's start it off. We're kicking it with Classic. Let's stick with Classic for a bit, because he's struggling. He's 7-16 right now. We saw what a huge game number 1 had. I talked about the fact he can be a little inconsistent when it comes to slang, and he's struggling right now. Let's see if he'll be able to turn it up throughout the course of this second side.
Him and Temp are usually a big part of their slang power and respawn for sure. And right now, Classic not doing what he needs to do. So you got to hope that he can step it up. TJ trying to do the same, going 24-13 on a 2-kill streak right now, playing near the drone reset. There is only one player in range to kill him. That's going to be the flank coming behind him from Gunjar. Amazing play right there. Val and AS1 in hand, but that's not going to stop Temp from shutting him down.
And Replays right now can't buy a kill. Now, it's really, you asked earlier what they needed to do to get it through. They were getting kills around glass because of TJ. They weren't getting kills when they were pushing forward. You can see why right now. 8-18 and 5-17. They're combined for, 13-35 right now.
And somehow they're still in the game. It's only 5-6 right now. So
it really
imagine,
is unbelievable.
Imagine what the score would be if half of their team would step up right now. Because right now TJ is just carrying them, picking them up and hoisting them away to a possible victory.
Well, we've seen he's a player that certainly has some memorable moments, especially in this particular map and game mode. But Replays here trying to get shots in, not able to buy a kill right now as he is going to fall. But there comes a dunk for TK. They're starting to take advantage of the rough play for half of the Elevate team and pull away. And yeah, that was 4.
And look, Parasite knows. Parasite knows, too. He saw the kill feed. He knows exactly where Elevate's going to be spawning up. You got to hold them green. Green is quite literally probably the worst place to be in the map, in the game.
Really good job from and Elevate did an incredible job of bouncing out of that, though. They came out and got 3 on the board right away. They've gotten now pushing forward. He's got so many players to beat there as they wrap back. No control of the base. He's going to get cut down, but they do have the drone forward. Hasn't been reset. Are they able to be able to fire it through right now? That's 2 more kills from that should be a dunk. There it is.
Classic putting 2 points in. We are seeing Elevate only trailing behind by 1 point. Lots of Elevate fans in the crowd clapping it up for them because this is such an intense match. We're seeing it go back and forth just like we saw in the Solar Search and Destroy.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, outside of the S&D, this is the closest game we've really had. The CTF not too close. The hardpoint not close at all. And right now, part of me thinks that TK is just relying on poor performances we're seeing out of the 2 players of Elevate. We saw them slaying very, very well earlier. Tej tries to turn on 1. He's been doing such a great job of holding glass, but he is going to fall. And there comes pressure forward. They're still trying to push. There's 2 players that are in a position to cut off the base right now. Replays. I thought I was about to say he's wisely going for the 1-point toss. Never gets the throw off.
As he was falling and descending, he had to release it right there, but he did not, so he's going to fall to Gunjar's 2-piece. Nameless also getting a 2-piece. TK obviously has the numbers and should have the positioning as we're seeing Gunjar sitting inside glass.
All right, Goon. He's been the man for TK that's been able to hold it for the longest period of time. We'll see if he can lock down guys. He's also 29-16 right now. Nameless trying to come help him out a bit. A little able to clean up one. Wasn't aware there was two. Doesn't matter as he's going to hop out for the draw. Push forward. There's one in front. Goes for the toss. Was that a little bit left? It was. Might give himself a dunk to South Paso. It's going to fall. That's going to prevent them from getting a 3-0 lead. And that might be a big one. They weren't able to get it through, and they're going to wrap, because that's the difference between it being a one-possession game and a two-possession game. If they get a dunk here, it's going to be tied up with 90 seconds left.
Classic. He has to be the man to make the play right here, but he's faced with 3 Elevate players. Goonjar getting the melee. Such a clutch play out of Goonjar before he is shut down by TJ, but Goonjar came up huge right there. He played his life the way he needed to.
And they get the reset. So, with such little time to play, it is still a one-possession game. The goal for TK right now, just try to get 1 point on the board. It'll make it that much harder for Elevate. We see replays pushing through glass. And he did not react to that player very quickly, but he had somebody else there to help. One more outside. He is going to drop. Classic, however, will be your drone carrier, just waiting for a couple kills to get picked up before he pushes forward.
Classic is the one playing around this dropped drone. He knows he needs to get a kill before putting it in his hands. Classic now stepping it up a little bit. Only 15 and 26 before he was pretty severely negative, much worse than what he is right now, but still getting some important kills and playing smart. As you can see, Classic not letting it get to him. Parasite getting a kill and taking the drone through blue.
This is points.
As long as nobody gets to blue, this should be a good throw. And we're going to see TK take the lead, 10-7 with 35 seconds left. Can Elevate bounce back?
And that's a huge one. They might be a free dunk here, though. There's one player. They didn't have anyone right back to the base. There's only one player. They're going to get one. That's perfect, though. That was a heads-up play. They're able to pull it within 2 points. So a dunk will do it. Little lapse in communication, I think, from TK there.
But look, we see all of TK playing the reset so very well. I don't think it's going to happen. This is going to be the end of the game as Parasite so intelligently just throwing the...
Oh, no! It falls. Is there anyone there to clean it up? He gets a second try. There it is.
And he swings and it's this time Parasite putting the game in his pocket for Team TK. Team TK because Team Caliber, right? But TK taking that map against 10.
Oh, man, imagine if that bounced out.
So, TK able to pick up map number 4, and that forced a Game 5 search and destroy. We love our Game 5 S&Ds.
Yeah.
I love them. It was
casted by Fox and Maven.
Yeah, I don't remember them casting, I'm going to be honest. But we'll take a look at that Game 5. We'll have a look at the final 3 rounds or so. We'll just throw it up. Interesting one. Again, big fight for second place in this group, and honestly, I had Elevate winning. Justice basically screwed everything up in this group.
Right, Justice, I mean, with the way they played, they completely changed everything. I mean, Justice goes on, plays Elevate. The Rio's Elevate. I think anyone saw that coming. It's a pretty close series. I mean, Justice wins the first hard point, 220 to 156. The S&D 6-3, and then the Flag 3-2. But I mean, that's the game that really decides this group. Then TK, they went on and struggled against Justice as well.
Well, during this game, at round 7, everything tied up 3-3. Let's take a look. Who comes out on top?
You got to get in the green. It's always a risk for someone to peek from green crates or something. So that's why we're going to see these teams favoring Bebop. Said just as we say that, Elevate is able to get the first blood and then a kill immediately after that. 2 players meeting up on Cube here. That's going to be Goonjar and someone else. They didn't see each other though. Goonjar is going to turn around as he heard some mantling going on. Whiffing some shots, is going to back off there because he knows he is surrounded by Elevate players right now, but he's dropped.
Absolutely nowhere Goon can go, trying to dash back and forth, bobbing and weaving, but eventually he is going to fall there. You'll see it's going to be Teach on your screen.
This is all Teach had to do, right?
3 streak, 6-4, and look across the board right now for Elevate. Very, very balanced effort in the slaying department. Everyone getting it done, but despite that, only leading by 1 round. What do you want to see here out of TK? How are they going to tie this up?
I want to see them switch up their strategy. Like I said earlier, their main problem in S&D was that they just kept using the same strats over and over again on Detroit. Goonjar watching the cross. They're pushing through garage. Before, they try to maybe have someone sit in yellow, play as a distraction, bait the team out, and make them hope that they're going A. But look, we're seeing it not work. Elevate's catching on. Classic gets the first blood. You got to see TK change something up here.
And you see Goon just get caught there. He watches that middle cross, but Classic with the overkill, able to pull out that sniper and take him out at back spawn. So, first pick, going to go to Elevate for the first time. We see them possibly going to be working A here. They've pretty much committed.
There it is.
There's plenty of time, but they should be pushing forward. Nameless gets that entry kill. That is absolutely huge. Now, do you think they're going to wrap back? They are actually going to push back towards
Look at this.
street.
One player who went forward there. Staying. Look
Yep.
Parasite so confident. Wins the first shot
misses.
so close, and Classic's going to punish him forward with a shot in the back. Sharp and Nameless rotating over, but I think they're going to be met with Classic laying down right here in the bomb site. Sharp shooting him in the back. This is such a nice double rotation out of the TK squad, working with what they've been given. Sharp's going to be the one to put the bomb down. He might get pinched here, though, by these 2 Elevate players.
And they're starting to move forward. Sharp's going to have to make some kind of hero play, but the shot's on for Temp. They'll clean it up, and that's going to bring it to 5-3 here. And this is a score we talk about a lot, like that 5-3, 5-2. It's just a mental thing. When you hit 5, a lot of times it's just granted, we see great comebacks all the time. But
it's
for
just
me,
so rough to do, though, mentally.
Yes, once you get to that 5th one, I think Elevate has taken this. But TK, obviously, veteran leadership, experienced players. If anyone can come back in this type of situation, it is going to be them. But no one really pulling their weight right now. Everyone's struggling to get it done right now. Really, this could be like a 5-1, 5-2 game when I look at the KDs.
Yeah, and something like this, something we got to commend TK on that last round was their just ability to adjust and adapt quickly. Of course, it didn't work out for them in the end, but they were able to rotate 3 times to different bomb sites that game.
Yeah, they were dancing back and forth. Unfortunately, we talked about wanting them to mix it up, but they were already down a man. You saw Goon get picked at the beginning. It makes it a lot more difficult to try and mix it up when you're down a guy.
All right, looks like we're going to see some action here soon on the A bomb site. Sharp trying to wall bang, but he's shut down by replays, pushing in. That's going to be green control. 3 dead. Goonjar's the last man standing in a 1 versus 4, and it looks like the bomb is changing sites. It's 1 versus 4. Elevate has the easy opportunity to do whatever they want. They could go to either bomb site they want. Goonjar's still screwed. What do you think needs to happen here?
They need to kill Goon. I just don't think there's anything here. I mean, we've seen one before. There's one. If he hits the second, he doesn't actually take the shot, though, and he'll get taken out there by Back School.
Elevate such a strong squad, showing to the COD community.
So, Elevate coming out on top right there, Matt. And basically that was the game which secured that seed.
Yeah, it was a tough weekend for TK and Prophecy.
Yeah.
Which it's fighting because they end up matching up later.
Justice played Elevate later on. And Justice 3-0.
Yeah, we talked about that.
It's just like... it's just weird. And then Justice defeat Dream Team 3-1 and 3's up 3-2. So many games going on in that Group C. It was ridiculous. Justice finished 4-0 in that pool. How did that happen?
Octane. And Study showed up this weekend, by the way, too. Yes, Study showed up. Study had a very good weekend. Outside of jumping off the map on that terrace game that me and you watched, which is just the dumbest thing you could possibly ever do, he had a pretty good weekend.
Shout out to you, Study.
Yeah, shout out to you, Study. I mean, that play was awful, but everything else you did was okay.
Yeah, one of the best events he had in a while. But that was a look at Group C. Now we're going to get a quick commercial break. When we return, we'll take a look at Group D, which is just as crazy, to be completely honest with you.
Group D is where all the trouble starts.
Craziness. We'll be right back.